Hey there, EVsters. Welcome back to Good Enough Garage. And today we're going to be talking about good enough gauges. I'm looking at you, Intellitronix. So first, throughout this video, I may be wearing a silly grin as I report from Blue Tarp Studios. Uh, I've just been so happy with the truck. I want to share that with you guys and remind you once again that perfection is the enemy of progress. So don't get it right, just get it running, right? I am so happy with the truck. Nothing's perfect, but I'm in that stage, that phase of the project where things are working, and I really shouldn't be fandangling with things, that phase. But also the phase where all I have to do is just the little things here and there, like mount a rear view mirror one day, a couple days later, fix a door handle, maybe adjust the seat belt. I love this phase. Anyway, I'm in a good place. Truck is running great. Running great. Of course, we need perspective. This is a 1971 GMC Chevy truck, essentially. Okay, so when I say great, this isn't a state-of-the-art 2023 BMW, but it handles fine. It handles fine. And yes, I'm still rocking the 9 kilowatt hour battery pack. Okay, it's a small pack, and I'm fine with it. I'm going to actually do some stuff with this pack. I'll do some 0 to 60 runs or pulls or whatever. I'm also going to dyno test it and just see what we can get out of it. Okay, I'm running on one motor, only MG2. And again, I want to dyno that motor alone by itself. I have not locked out MG1. I know you can do that. I know a lot of guys do. But this is where I'm at. This was the whole purpose of phase one. Like I said, this video is going to be an update on the gauges. You may have seen some of the older videos where Arthur and I implemented a custom solution using an Arduino DUI and his brilliant shield for the Arduino DUI. And the gauges are working. They're not perfect, and I'm here to tell you why. And it may be worth it for you to watch these videos because I want to share some of the things I learned, some of the things you may come across. So first of all, let's talk about my tachometer. So what's better than one broken-ish tachometer? Uh, two broken-ish tachometers. So these are Intellitronix gauges, and they serve me well. I am not going to talk poorly about the company. I purchased these 5 years ago in 2018. So they are 5 years old, and in technology years, that's like dog years. That's like 30 years ago, right? I think there's new firmware, there's advancements, but there's some gotchas with these, okay? So the tachometers are supposed to go to 10K, 10,000 RPM, but we noticed that they don't. So there's a couple issues with these tachometers. I'm going to be sending both back because the menu buttons on them don't work, okay? You're supposed to press and hold them and get a menu, and that doesn't work. So somehow these buttons checked out somewhere along the 5 years. I never had a need to muck with them because I think one came pre-calibrated for an L8-cylinder truck, and that's what this was. And another one, you cut wires to change it from 8 cylinders to 4 cylinders or 6. So I never had a need really to muck with the buttons. But what we noticed is a few things I want to share with you. When you go to electric, okay, when you do an EV conversion, what happens is that your motor is going to rev way higher, double, triple, quadruple what your combustion engine could. So I never noticed there were issues because one of the things here is this called bar graph. It's like a sweep, it's a visual representation, kind of almost a circle, half circle of RPMs. Well, that only goes to 6,000, right? I needed to go to 10,000. You're supposed to be able to get in there and adjust it, and I can't. So keep that in mind. And the second thing is that these tacks are supposed to read up to 10,000 RPM, well, technically like 9,900. Again, these are the Intellitronix inexpensive gauges, really. And this one wigs out. I think both of these tachometers may kind of wig out above 7,000 RPM. And we bench tested for that, and I may or may not have done some road test trying to get above 7,000 RPM, and these tachs don't handle it. They just go nuts. Sometimes they will go berserk and then pick up at 9,000 RPM or something like that. And again, if you just have a regular Chevy truck, hell, you're never above 5,000. You're barely above 4,000. Only time you go into the red is maybe when you're dyno testing. So I've got two tachometers and they're both funky. So they're going to be sent back. I purchased these on Summit, and they were rebranded as Summit gauges. So Summit in the States is kind of like a Costco of automotive parts, okay? It's a good place to get parts. They ship really quickly. They have good tech support. And they tend to rebrand decent things, just like, Costco rebrands products and calls them Kirkland or what have you. Summit rebranded these Intellitronix gauges. These, when I bought them, I swore they said lifetime warranty. And recently I was doing some research and it says limited lifetime warranty. So maybe it was always limited. I just never caught that. I have sent in gauges to Intellitronix in the past, and they were wonderful. They repaired them and they sent them back. You do have to pay for shipping to send them in, and I think they may cover it to send it back to you, the shipping. So I've had a good experience or two in the past. We'll see how this goes. They are old gauges now, so we'll see how long lifetime is. So that's the tachometer, okay? Uh, when you purchase tachometers, make sure they sweep or go up to 10,000 or 15,000 if you can find those kind. Maybe you'll need to use motorcycle tachometers, but also it's not a plug and play. You can't take just a car tachometer and connect it to an electric motor and have it sing, right? It's just there's signal differences and so on. Okay, so those are the tach issues. Okay, so similarly to the tachometer issue, what's worse than one semi-working speedometer? Two semi-working speedometers. So yeah, over the years, I've had two sets of this Intellitronix gauges, and I ran them in two different trucks, and again, they served me well. But now that we're going to EV, I just need some simple adjustments to these speedometers. Basically, I want to zero out the mileage, and I don't know what the issue is here. One set of instructions says that you're supposed to hold down the button and the speedometer will cycle through a menu and it will show you a menu for how to reset the mileage. And I think the initial idea was that you have a car that has 120,000 miles on it, and when you buy a replacement digital speedometer, you want to set it at 120,000 miles and continue building on that mileage. Well, in my case, I want to zero it out, okay? And I doubt this gauge knows that that's what I'm intending to do, but it just doesn't show me the menu. And I don't know how the firmware would know that this is in California, and maybe it's some BS political issue where you can't mess with odometers, because that's what I'm trying to do is reset it to zero. But we'll try to figure it out. So I'm going to be sending both of my speedometers into Intellitronix as well. Same idea. Let's see how the lifetime warranty works. Worst case scenario, I may be purchasing brand new gauges from Intellitronix to replace these. Just knowing that they will come with newer firmware. It may be new part numbers. And I really want to find out if you screw up and you screw yourself or paint yourself in the corner if you buy their products through retailers, third parties, and not directly from them, and if that hurts your warranty. So we'll see how that goes. Uh, Other than that, the gauges will work magnificently with Arthur's shield, okay? If I didn't have, silly gauge issues. But this is how these projects go. Overall, I am super happy, and I have some other videos coming out with other updates and progress that I've made. Phase one of my project is officially completed. Technically, I sort of did phase 1.1 with a little tweaks. I want to wrap up this video by saying that now I'm fighting the urge of already making changes. Okay, I want to enjoy the truck for a while before making changes. What changes am I speaking of? Well, I hate my shifter. You may have seen it in a prior video. It's a B&M shifter and it shifts like a tractor. So I'm not going to point the camera at it, but I'll just let you hear it. No, that's not a AK-47 or a bazooka or a tractor. That's my smooth zigzag B&M shifter. It sucks. Coming to a Craigslist near you. Also, the BMW E46 throttle pedal. It's a wonderful pedal. Don't get me wrong. I will demote it to my bench testing station though, to my workbench, because in this truck, the gas pedal, the throttle pedal was suspended from above, I think, and so I may go for something out of a Prius, so that it kind of hangs on a pendulum rather than sitting on the floor. So it's just a kind of a fitment and angle issue. My friend was joking that it's like a 5% incline, and on longer trips, once I can leave the county and go further than 30 miles, I may get foot fatigue or calf fatigue, and it's just kind of awkward the way it sits. But I'm fighting these upgrades because there's really nothing wrong with the stuff I have. It just I want to spoil myself, and if I'm going to build my own truck, then I want to build it the way I want to build it. You know, put it together, adjust it, whatever. So I think that's very important. And yes, I'm rambling. I'm trying to pass on some knowledge to you guys, what little I have from the experience of working on projects, and really teach you guys and convince you guys to reward yourself for your hard work, your efforts, and it will rejuvenate you and re-energize you and help you move forward, because projects are a roller coaster of emotions. You know, highest of the highs, lowest of the lows. You may be in the ER getting stitches for a cut hand one night, and then next time you're breaking 90 miles per hour. So, yes, I'm rambling, but I'm excited. I'm in a good place. Things are working, and I wish you success and all the best with all your projects.